Good morning.
Hey yo, what the?
10K TV.
Welcome to another episode of 10K TV presented by 10,000 Takes. I'm your host, Adam Oz, joined always by my co-host Kevin Olm and producer Dustin Luco, where we cover all things NFC North, with Kevin backing the Packers, Dustin supporting the Bears, and myself, unfortunately, for this week, riding with the Vikings. Kevin, odd that there was no football this past weekend. I don't know what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, it's going to be a really short show. I can't even imagine what we're going to fill the space with here.
Yeah.
I mean, normally we would have some sort of like cataclysmic, like misery and sadness, biblical proportions that we could kind of shine a spotlight on. You weren't even doing anything yesterday.
No.
I think you took a nap.
I think, yeah.
In the evening.
I was just taking a nap.
You didn't have anything on your face in terms of like some sort of kind of paint
No.
for any sort of war.
No, there was nothing.
No.
There was nothing. Yeah, none of that was on my face. So before we really dive in, because we do have, we're gonna go kind of reverse chronological order here after we touch on the news, because there was another major quarterback injury, and it's pretty serious actually. So we
Doesn't go let Marlo into the studio.
he's
I'm gesturing at the door frantically.
that's good.
Oh.
I didn't even know the door locked. I thought you guys were doing like
I made eye
hand
contact
signals,
and I was
like
"Did he lock
making,
himself out?"
like
Okay.
saying, "Oh, we're all good to go."
We'll do this here. We do have a finishing up of the Hammered Heartbreak that we didn't get to do last week because of the schedule.
Dustin has 2 shots left.
He gets 2 shots.
We all did a shot before last week's show to kind of just cover some bases there.
Yep.
So you ended up hitting the nail on the head.
Yeah.
You lost the bet, but you did your 1 shot retroactively.
Correct.
I won the bet.
Yep.
So I'm like up a shot now. I get to defer a shot later.
Yeah.
And Dustin won the bet, but lost Hammered Heartbreak, so he did 1 of his 3, so he
Yeah.
has 2 more.
So he's doing some crocodile tears from Scatterbrain. By the way,
Oh,
I was at
man.
Total Wine and I saw the whole lineup of Scatterbrain.
There's so many.
There's a lot.
We could do this show forever.
There's a lot, and I saw a couple ones, and I'm like, ooh, that's an option here. So, so Dustin,
All right,
you're gonna start.
here's number one.
Here's number 1,
And while Dustin drinks that, we're going to enjoy our delicious
enjoy
Captain's
the wonderful
Patch.
Captain's Patch, because that's so much better than crocodile. Yeah, oof.
One down.
So there was some news, and we will get into the Vikings game here right after this. But Joe Burrow, it was announced that he suffered a grade 3 turf toe,
Which is
injury.
the worst grade.
The worst grade
Yeah.
to have.
This one's to Joe Burrow's season.
Yes, because that's going to be out. He's got to have surgery, probably like 3 months.
Yeah.
is what it seems like. So that's effectively like the entire season.
It
hurts.
sucks because I like Joe Burrow, and this keeps happening to him. Like
Yeah.
his ligaments.
There's a whole article literally about his complete injury history. Dates back to 2017 when he was at Ohio State. Wrist fracture, torn rib cartilage at LSU in 2020, torn ACL, PCL, MCL, and meniscus. That was his rookie year.
Jeez.
All of them.
I forgot. He basically, his knee was just
It's
shredded
like a
cheese.
UCL. Everything
Yeah.
in his knee was just shredded.
The UCL was like, guys, where'd you go?
Yeah, what the hell? Dislocated finger in December of 2021. An MCL sprain in February 2022. I think that must have been on the Super Bowl run there.
Yeah.
Calf strain in July of 2023. Then he's had the torn wrist ligament November of 2023.
Yep.
And then, of course, that
The
started
water
the
bottle.
whole water bottle fiasco
Yep,
where he
yep.
couldn't pick up a water bottle. Then now that brings us to turf toe. This
Mega turf toe.
mega turf toe. So that's a lot. That's not ideal.
No.
If
and-
only the Bengals had some money to spend on an offensive line to protect this guy.
Yeah, this ends up being like after this happens,
Could have Sewell.
they could have had Sewell. All those memes come out. They also pay 2 wide receivers a fuckload of money.
Correct.
So it's like not only did they draft one of those guys instead of Sewell, but they also have paid them, and now it's hurting their ability to put together a roster around Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's kind of just time as a flat circle.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely feel bad because I do, like I said, I like Joe Burrow. I have nothing against the Bengals. They're like pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not ideal. And like it's one of those things where you really hope that a player isn't going to constantly seem like they're always hurt. But
Yeah.
like, it might. I don't. Hopefully, it's not the reality, and this kind of derails what Joe Burrow could be in the grand scheme of things. But so that we had that news. So it's gonna be the Jake Browning show, and that is gonna be very topical when we get to our Week 3 preview.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Because we thought it was like, all right, bounce back. Well, let's not bury the lead here. It was announced today earlier that J.J. McCarthy suffered a high ankle sprain last night. It would have been on the late in the third, where he scrambled. It was like a 2nd and 20 or whatever.
I thought it was when he
18
fumbled
yards.
at the end.
No. He got rolled up on, and as he was like being tackled out of bounds, and they are already planning on sending in it was very hip droppy, and that's unfortunate. But he today, obviously when you're in the game and with high ankle sprains, it's usually the next day is when you know the severity of it. And
yeah,
it was bad, so he's already ruled out possibly like 2 to 4 weeks.
Well, because there's been a lot of discourse about J.J. McCarthy played like shit yesterday.
Yeah.
I think we can all in the trust tree here.
I think we can say the entire offense played like shit yesterday.
But we're talking about JJ specifically, and he turned the ball over 3 times, almost like 4 times. I mean, it was not good. Right. And so this lends itself to the narrative that I would never endorse personally, that the Vikings coaching staff is shielding J.J. McCarthy with a phantom ankle sprain to keep him away from football for a couple of weeks, let him get his head on straight a little bit.
Yeah,
I would never endorse that.
I don't know. Oh, Beach says, "Is my mic off?" That's interesting. But well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how it sounds. I don't know if it sounds good to people here, folks. But
maybe we got to redo the intro for the podcast.
That would be something. I mean, if it.
Can you hear yourself?
I hear you talking.
What about you? Well, you have to talk, otherwise.
I'm behind. That's the problem. I'm listening. You're talking a lot, so that's a bad clip for me to try to listen to. Yeah, so the Vikings' offense was bad. The play calling was bad. The offensive line got absolutely worked. It's not shocking when you see all like the pressure rates coming out and all the actual stats coming out after the game. It's not shocking that we lose 22-6. The defense did their damnedest to keep us in this game.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I think.
All right. But O-line gave up 6 sacks, 3 of them being a free rusher. That's just not good. Mm-hmm. I think I saw a stat where McCarthy was pressured on nearly 60% of his dropbacks.
It was 50-something at the half, which was like...
and I think that was a team record.
Like a record, yeah.
Oh, well, because everyone always thinks about Mahomes against the Bucs in the Super Bowl where he's running for his life. He was pressured on like 35%. So to put that in perspective, the pressure was bad. And obviously injuries, we still without Darisaw. That sucks. Justin School, I don't know. He stinks. He stinks. And so
how much of the pressure? Because I think that 2 things can be true, and I'm curious what you think the breakdown is. How much of the pressure is offensive line ability and talent, whatever you want to call it, and how much is J.J. McCarthy is not adjusting his protection at the line of scrimmage correctly?
I don't necessarily think
because the free runners make me feel like it's a protection issue schematically.
I think just from top to bottom, and I think there are just issues with the timing, with the certain play calling, the protections. It's a culmination of things. I'm not going to say it's one thing is the fix it and you fix all the problems.
Yeah,
it's been a whole bunch of things, and obviously when you compound all that together, it's going to look like this. It's bad. He's been sacked 9 times in 2 games, which obviously now he's going to be out for 2 to 4 weeks. But if you were to extrapolate that over the course of the season, that would be an NFL record. That breaks the David Carr 75 or 76 times sacked.
It's not a record you want to break.
No, it's not. So that's a big yikes.
So I guess broadly speaking, I would like to know, where is the panic button right now? We always talk about the panic button Maybe it's still in the case. Maybe it's put away in the closet. Maybe it's out. Maybe you're looking at it, but the glass is still on. Where are we at? Because we've had 7 dog shit quarters of J.J. McCarthy, and we've had 1 good one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say the panic button is, like, locked away in storage, but it's still not out. I just because, like,
it's like in the drawer right now.
He's played 8 quarters.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're going like, oh, well, if he's got this, his entire starting line intact, he's got all these things, and he's just flat out, like, missing stuff.
Got the best wide receiver in football.
I think I'm not going to be sitting here and being like, everything's okay in, sunshine and rainbows, because it's not.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he is in his 2nd start ever, and he's 22. So I'm, at the very least, not like, all right, that's it. The book's written on him. And I don't know. I also, if you want to spin it this way, being sleep deprived probably doesn't help. So, he had the miracle of birth.
Well, because my spin zone for it was he's now got dad strength.
Yeah.
And that's why he was overthrowing his receivers all night, is because he's got a little extra juice that he has to account for.
He hasn't accounted for that.
Yeah.
And like, that was, like, the knock on it. Like, his big detractor was he's got to develop on layering the ball more, like having more than just the fastball, and that's where it's gonna hurt, and if that takes time, and so it's unfortunate because I do believe, like, obviously when we're healthy, this roster can be successful. Like, we've seen it; they can play.
Well, we've seen it with a different quarterback.
Yeah, like, I'm just saying, but, like, we can,
because your defense,
the defense. I mean,
they were very Joe Barry bend don't break.
But at the same time though, they weren't giving up, like, points. Like, that's the thing. They
gave up 22.
Yeah, because of the end of the game. But I'm saying they kept us in this game far longer than they probably should have. Like, I mean, they gave us so many chances, and, like, that's where it's. I mean, that the first drive, when they drove down the field, where Bijan.
Yeah.
We literally, like, being in US Bank yesterday. Obviously, at the beginning of the game was electric. It was sweet, and especially being in the Trust Bar, it was, shout out Ticketmaster for that hookup. That was awesome. But it was we literally willed, like, the crowd noise willed 4 points off the board on that opening drive, because they literally could not.
Yeah.
They had to take 2 timeouts, I think, or they took 1 timeout and had to take a delay a game penalty because they just couldn't get calls in. They couldn't do anything. I don't know. That's always fun. And, obviously you're like, that's the whole, like, the 12th man type of deal. And, like, obviously, you're hyped for that, and that's going to go away if the game or your team doesn't actually give you something to cheer for. But the fact that the Vikings were constantly, I mean, it was like last week where, like, they're 1 big play away, and when they got down, and when it was only 6-0, I think it was 6-3 or not, or whatever. It was
9-3, I think, at one point.
A 1-score game. We got down to the 2-yard line, 1st and goal at the 2, and it's like, I mean, that should have been a touchdown. It 100% should be a touchdown there, and it's just that short yardage shit where there was the J.J. McCarthy kind of. He fumbling the snap, still getting up, picking it up, and trying to make a throw. And he, obviously, it's a botched play, but he still got a throw off. It was just not much you can do on that. You have to make it so your defender's not going to be there. But that is what it is.
That's something else I wanted to bring up. I had in my notes. J.J. McCarthy muffed a snap on, like, a tush-push type of deal. Yeah. He lost another snap.
Backup center on that.
He tried to fake a pitch to Aaron Jones, and the ball slipped out of his hands, and he got sacked and fumbled.
Yeah, correct.
He has small hands.
Okay.
He has 9-inch hands. I looked it up.
Yeah,
that's small as hell for a quarterback.
It's the same size as Joe Burrow.
And look what happened to him.
Okay. Yeah, because that's
clearly the hands.
Yeah, I'm
Jordan Love's got 10.5-inch hands. If anyone's feeling like a quick Google, by the way. I made sure about that before I brought this up, because that would have been.
Searches are men's hands. That's good.
Yeah.
Hand size.
Yeah. Okay. What are yours?
Hey, Zoolander.
Yeah.
So I just think we were in this game, obviously, until this game was obviously very winnable. The defense made it that way, and if you look at across the board, like, Bijan was unbelievable, but that's Bijan. So the run defense very, very poor, but it's not like Penix was dicing us up. Now, granted, kudos to Penix and their scheme coming in. Clearly, like, their role or their job was get the ball out quick to negate the pass rush, and he did.
Bijan.
And he did. Yeah, he just quick throws out in less than 2 seconds, and that that's a great way to counter a good pass rush. And that's just it's frustrating. And this is where I'm going to get to the Kevin O'Connell piece. I'm not sure through 8 quarters, well, 7 of the 8. I'm not sure what, minus like the last, like right before halftime, because that's when he's like, lets it fly. I don't know what the play calling, what's going on. It's the refusal to. Okay. They're being very conservative. They have the kid gloves on, and it's predictable. It's run, pass, run, pass. It's this.
It's because when you pass, he misses.
It's this easy, not like long developing plays that we're needing to work. But when your offensive line is beaten up and you're on backups, and then you just have a night where we have no time to throw the ball. How about we mix in a slant? How about we get something where we get the ball out quick? Take a page out of what Penix and the Falcons were doing all day. Yeah, is it accounting for a ton of touchdowns? No, but they got down the field. They were not getting off the field in 3 plays, and so that's where it's just, it's mind-boggling. And I firmly believe Kevin O'Connell is a great coach, and it's probably very easy to armchair coach this, but at the same time, I feel like you're banging your head against a wall. Like, why? I don't understand.
I mean, when we've had conversations previously about coaching decisions and this guy over that guy, specifically about Kevin O'Connell, the line that you come back to is he sees more of these guys than anyone, and he knows what he's doing with this decision more than anyone. So do you think that Kevin O'Connell is making a mistake, or do you think J.J. McCarthy can't do this?
I have faith that J.J. McCarthy can do this. I am not going to sit here and say he's a bust after 8 quarters. Like, I'm not. That's ridiculous. No. So I still have faith in J.J. McCarthy. I still have faith in Kevin O'Connell. It's not ideal with these 8 quarters.
Not ideal.
And at some point, you just have to say, fuck it. Let it just be an aggressive offense. Like, I know you like to throw the ball downfield, and, J.J. McCarthy's ADOT was great. It was like 12 yards yesterday. It's not like they were just dinking and dunking.
Did he complete?
11.
Okay. I guess that tracks.
But, obviously he had a 50-yarder to J.J. or to Jefferson right before the half. But I just think it's at some point, you have to just say, yes, there's going to be turnovers, there's going to be learning moments, but that's at least better than trying to just be like, let's be afraid of making mistakes, because guess what? Mistakes are still going to happen. Well, and it's going to be frustrating, ineffective.
And if you're playing scared, you're still turning the ball over.
Correct. So Peyton Manning threw 19 interceptions his rookie year?
Oh, no, we're doing this.
I'm just saying,
Adam.
You can let it you can throw the
He's
going to
be hosting a Monday Night Football show with his brother at some point.
You can throw the ball. How is that not relevant? How is that not a relevant comment?
You regret the war paint?
No, because I put it on when we were trying to change up some vibes.
Oh, you put it? I thought you had it on before.
No. I put it on during the game.
You watched like half that game, and you were like, "I need to put war paint on right now."
It's called trying to switch up the vibes, Kevin.
Okay.
You don't sit there and tell me you don't do that.
You should have let JJ know that you did.
Where you're
that.
like, I'm like, oh, I'm doing like this. All right, I don't
change my outfit in the middle.
The problem
was
you did not let JJ know that you put the war paint on, so the vibes
he
could
couldn't
not
see
change
you. Your
because
seats were too good. It was up. He couldn't see you.
Yeah, that's true. So
I have from the football that I've watched JJ McCarthy play. The times he's looked good, reminds me of a certain quarterback that won the NFC North 7 years ago.
You talking about? Are you going to invoke the Trubisky?
He looks terrible when they're doing like the standard football like plays, like drop back in the pocket, make a pass. Mm-hmm. But when shit hits the fan, or the pace picks up a lot. That's when JJ has looked better.
Are you sure you're not projecting from your own quarterback? Because that's like Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams looks really good in the scripted plays.
No,
for the first drive.
When it's scripted.
Yeah.
And then he just sucks the rest of the game.
So my last note that I had on this, because as you can tell, I've been thinking about, I've been trying to put you in a box for the last 20 minutes, and you've done well. How much of JJ McCarthy's injury that he has now do you take credit for, based on the like universal irony of you dubbing Michael Penix Jr. Cripple Mike when he was drafted? Michael Penix has not missed a game in his NFL career so far, and JJ McCarthy, if he's out for 4 weeks with a high ankle,
he wasn't playing when he started.
He was active,
but he didn't log any snaps. So
he was active.
He's not playing.
He was not. He
wasn't
He was
scratched.
suited up,
Dressed.
Yeah,
That's
he was
different.
dressed.
That's different.
Whereas
than
JJ
playing.
McCarthy, if he's out for 4 weeks with his ankle sprain, will have missed 21 of 23 football games.
I'm glad you counted that up.
I'm
very
good at
glad.
math. Yeah.
Very, very.
So
glad
how
you
much
counted
credit do you take for this? Though?
None, because I have no bearing on how he gets hurt or doesn't get hurt.
I don't like how rational you're being about this.
The sky isn't falling. Like, it's not. Like, it's, he's a quarterback making his second start ever, and guess what? They were both in prime time, and is what it is. It's not,
so he's
it's
like
not
Kirk
great.
Cousins.
I do enjoy.
On Monday night, Kirk didn't usually do that.
I do enjoy the whiplash that we've had in the
doesn't
last
count.
7 days of, oh my God, it's going really badly. We're going to lose to the Bears. Holy shit, JJ's the best quarterback in football. Oh, wait, no, he's actually bad again. Fuck. Like, it's, whoa, get me off this wild ride.
Yeah, I mean, this is what the season's going to be. Like,
Yeah.
there's going to be high highs, there's going to be low lows. I've said those exact words I don't know how many times into this microphone. Like, it's not I sound like a broken record at this point. Like, I don't know. I feel like I have not changed my perspective and attitude on this whatsoever.
Okay.
No matter how much you're trying to say that or spin that I am.
How stoked are you for Carson Wentz?
Yes, we'll get there in the preview. So at the end of the day, we're 1-1, and it's going to be Carson Wentz unless something happens where he maybe sprains both ankles on one play.
He's
again.
immune to sprained ankles now.
The
He
tape-
can't do
the
it.
tape
Yeah.
is crazy on that. So, so we'll see. I mean, if we can find a way, if he's out, 4 weeks, if we find a way to go 2-2, then I'd be like, I consider that a win. I mean,
Yeah.
keep the season chugging along, but I don't know. Is what it is. It's not ideal. Kudos to the Falcons and Bijan Robinson especially, because he's just. I mean,
He's really
he also was getting not touched until like 7 yards downfield. Like
He's a monster.
he's just it's ridiculous. But
I've never seen a Brian Flores defense get gashed like that.
well, I mean, like that's the thing. Like it was interesting. Like that we've been very, very solid in the run game, and like their line was just bullying ours.
I've seen
like,
you guys get Gibbsed before.
yeah, but
yeah.
he'll get like
That's
break
like a
off
catch.
like a run or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, but for the most part, it's not like they're getting Bijan. What do you average? 6.5 a carry. I mean,
trying to
that's-
explain to Jalen how
that's
good
crazy.
Bijan is before the game started, and she got it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, Aaron Jones also out, so that's with a
That actually might help you
hamstring thing.
guys.
If only
So-
someone had warned you.
And that's where it's like I would love it. This is gonna be his first game he misses a Viking, by the way. So I just Jordan Mason. I mean, hey,
he's looked better anyway.
silver lining.
So that's where I'm like, all right.
So should we segue?
Yeah.
If we're going in reverse chronological, Dustin, your team fucking sucks.
Yeah, that was
I've been saying that for years, Kevin.
Bears lose 52-2.
Yeah, we're out of the preseason, so we suck again.
Yeah.
This was about as bad of the worst case scenario for Ben Johnson's return to
Yeah.
Detroit. Like this.
To get a 50 burger dropped on you.
Yeah. Did you hear his comments after the game?
No.
In the pro, he was getting asked how demoralizing was this loss? He goes, it's not demoralizing at all.
How much do you want to kill yourself?
Yeah,
sir?
literally, this guy. He's like, it's nope. This is great. I'm very happy this happened. And it just they paired that with his comments about how excited he is to play against Matt LaFleur,
Especially
twice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and in that perspective, Ben Johnson is spot on for Chicago, because I don't remember what the stat is now, but there's the Ryan polls. We're going to take the North and never give it back, and they're like 2-17 in the NFC North since you said
Yeah.
that. So
Well, hey, we've only
making-
seen him coach for 8 quarters, so we got to give him time
Yeah,
here.
yeah. He's got a sprained
He's
ankle
got
too.
high ankle sprain.
So Dustin, what did you think about this? Did you watch this game?
I watched the first half and then I took a nap. I figured
the way
this
to
is a
do
good
it.
time to
You're
take
at
a
that point,
nap.
it was only down by it was 28-14.
Well,
Like,
okay,
you know.
You
so
could
what-
see where it was going.
What really pissed me off was the last I guess, 2 plays of the first half.
Yeah.
So they throw it to Tesla. He makes an insane grab.
How do you say that? Is it Tesla?
They
How
all
are you
say
supposed to say it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaac.
It's like Tesla?
Tesla.
Okay.
Tesla.
So he makes another insane catch.
Yeah, because he does.
He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, and he lands inbounds. He's being touched.
There's a clock kerfuffle.
He's being touched by the defender,
Yeah.
and then he slides out of bounds.
Yeah.
They don't stop the clock. They run it down. They don't get the spike off. Should have been halftime. And then Dan Campbell goes over, starts complaining. They're like, oh, you know what? Actually, he was out of bounds. Let's put 6 seconds back on the clock. And then they go and they kick a field goal.
And they get a field goal at the half, and you guys lost by, let me find it here, 31 points.
They got a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, it was a touchdown.
Amon-Ra
still,
scored a touchdown.
You still lost by 31
I know.
points.
Amon-Ra
but
scored a
it's all
touchdown.
about runs. It's all about runs. That could have, if they didn't have that, maybe they don't come
all
out as
about the
hot.
moment.
Could have won the halftime.
Yeah.
Come on.
So where are we at with Caleb Williams?
I
Because Ben
still-
Johnson, you said he was the best coach in the league. So even after this, he's got to be still top five.
He's got 15 games left.
Yeah. What about Caleb? Because last week you were out.
Still out. I mean, I
Okay.
didn't.
Always been out.
I saw the same thing that we saw against the Vikings. I saw a good first drive, and then a couple flashy plays here and there when the Lions defense was just like, who cares? We're up by enough.
The amount of shots of like that they always show of him, he's got to get
On
better
the
body
sideline,
language
yeah.
on the bench because like he looks just like he is in hell and
Yeah.
he hates being there. And like obviously we know he didn't want to be there, but the bad body language is tough. When you're also losing by 30 plus, that's hard.
Odunze.
Yeah, he had a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two
He had a really good
touchdowns,
game.
7 for 128.
DeAndre
Colston
Swift.
Loveland,
0 for 0.
1 target.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on
Top
there,
10
but
pick.
DeAndre Swift looked better.
Luther Burn had 1 catch. Okay.
You know, he was running like he was in
dare
the
you.
second half against the Vikings.
Luther
I think he ended up with like close to 90
I got
yards
more
or
better
100.
yards than
DeAndre Swift ended up with, how many yards do you think he had?
I think it was like 89 or 99 or something.
63.
No way.
He might have had all-purpose. He had 6 more, so he had 69 all-purpose.
it?
Very nice.
Oh,
3 catches for 6
well, I had
yards.
a bet on him and it hit the over. So, but no,
Nice.
going to the other side of the ball, I'm not going to call them what most people call them, but the players that lined up against the Lions' offense looked terrible.
You're not going to say the word defense?
I'm not
they
going to
was.
call them a defense.
Maybe Eberflus, defensive mastermind.
I don't know what
The
like.
loose is loose though. That's the problem. He
I
had to get
know
him
I know
back.
Jalen Johnson didn't play in week 1 and he
on
hasn't
a
played
field
since
somewhere.
last year.
Yeah.
But I feel like we needed to have him just shadow Amon-Ra the whole game because I feel like every time I saw Amon-Ra get a good catch, it was against Tyreek Stevenson. Just
He's
playing
also
stupid.
Jalen Johnson got injured, and he's like
Again?
done
Yeah.
for the year.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
well, maybe I shouldn't have napped. I would have known that.
You got Rock Sin though. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, so it doesn't like. I don't want to be that stereotypical Packer fan, but like your season's over, right? Like, is it pretty much done? You think?
We got a couple more games that
So
we
you got
could win
15
for the
games.
Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your floor ceiling? Do you even remember?
I think it was like 7 and 9 as the floor.
All right.
I
Or
hope you can
7
get
and
there.
10
Sticks a
or
little
8
bit
and
right
9. It
now.
might have been. It was either 8 and 9 or 7 and 10.
Oh, it's still alive.
It's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not out this
We get in the
this early.
preview.
Yeah, 1 year ago it was dead.
0 and 3 and 1 and 2 is a massive. It's a massive difference. It's almost as bad as like 1 and 4 is insurmountable.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing you can do.
At
with
that point,
At
you're
that,
just
you're like,
you're
it's
just
over.
you're just treading water.
I don't know. We got the
in
same record as
mediocrity.
the Chiefs, so
That's true.
That
Chiefs
is-
lost 3 games
that is
in a row.
true.
All right, should we go to my game?
Yeah.
So rewind way back, Thursday Night Football, very short week, Sunday night to Thursday night. Packers play the Washington Commanders to a score of 27-18. However, this is a garbage time touchdown, kind of like the first week against the Lions was, where it didn't feel like a 9 and almost a 1 possession game in this one. I'm so fucking happy with this Packers team. It's
Jayden Daniels
crazy.
does not look good.
No, and now he has a sprained MCL,
Like,
I think.
I feel like he was constantly leaving passes short this game.
He was like dinking and dunking.
so many passes at people's feet.
He was doing the exact same thing that Jared Goff did, which anytime you can make Jayden Daniels look like Jared Goff, I think that's something you want to do. The Packers defense, I am blown away with. Like I want to I feel like I'm gonna wake up at some point. Like it's so good. It's everything I've ever wanted a Packers defense to be. They have looked absolutely phenomenal. The Lions go out and put up a 50 burger on your guys last week, and the week before they couldn't do shit against the Packers until it didn't matter. And so I can't say enough good things. Keyshawn Nixon, 5 pass breakups. He had the game of his life. Probably not going to do that again, but that was cool. He was playing out of his mind. Let's see. Micah Parsons, still very fun, still very good. He doesn't he is the ultimate not necessarily in the box score
How
guy.
many snaps did he play?
Oh, I don't remember.
I mean, that's also but he usually is a box score guy.
Well, no,
He's
but he
Cowboys
he disrupts plays and he pressures the quarterback, but that doesn't show up in the box score. He played 77 snaps.
Seems high.
I don't know. That was a very quick Google, so that could be total
Maybe
bullshit.
that's his total for the year.
But but I take it as a massive compliment that the only nitpick you can throw at me every week is how many snaps did my superstar defender play while we boat race the team.
It's just something I've noted.
Okay,
They show him on the sideline a ton, and I'm
him on the field a ton, blowing shit up.
I don't know. I feel like that was not a thing when he was in Dallas. That's where it's just
okay.
Odd to me.
So you're just floating in the injury, like maybe he'll get hurt.
No,
space
I'm
right
just
now.
I something is becoming a pattern. So I know there was the whole back thing, and I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe
the
he's got a
injury.
high ankle sprain.
He had to lug
He's
all
only
that
played
money
8
up to
quarters with the
Green Bay.
Packers at him.
You're lashing now. Now you're lashing out because in the back of your mind you are starting to get a little concerned about that.
No,
I
he
feel
played
like.
way more snaps this week than he played the previous week.
You can't say that for certain.
No, because he only played half of snaps last week.
That's where I'm I don't know how many he played. That's why I asked the question.
Dustin, do a Google. I got to keep talking.
All right, I'll look it up.
Go to Twitter and just type in Micah Parsons snaps. You will find it. I guarantee it. Adam could find this information and he refuses to. So
What?
I have to speak about the team.
Why do I?
This
have
is
to
my moment. We talked about your shitty quarterback for 20 minutes. So
that one. My word.
so Tucker Kraft is the best tight end in the NFC North.
Okay.
I don't think that's super crazy
Played
to say at this point. 47
snaps.
Out of how many did he play the week before?
30.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Marlo coming in clutch. So that is about 1.5 times, a little bit more than the number of snaps. So Tucker Kraft fucking rocks. Tucker Kraft, it's so funny that we have Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. We just have Tucker Kraft and worse Tucker Kraft. They're the same guy, but Luke Musgrave is just shitty.
Yeah, Musgrave is he is.
He actually made a diving catch, which is the perfect type of catch for Luke Musgrave because he loses his feet. If he catches it and doesn't dive, he just dives anyway. So he might as well dive for it. But Tucker Kraft had 124 yards and a touchdown. He was a monster. He was throwing dudes out the club with a stiff arm. I mean, he was fucking sweet. Matt LaFleur won a challenge.
Wow.
Huge for the program. Malik Heath, toe tap touchdown, insane catch, and they ruled it out of bounds. And Matt LaFleur said, I really wish that hadn't happened, but it actually didn't. Yeah.
How are we? Can we get a temperature check on Matthew Golden?
Okay, so let's talk about this. So Packers receivers in general, Jaden Reed breaks his collarbone in this game on a play that came back from holding, an absolutely scrumptious pass from Jordan Love, just an insane touchdown throw that got called back. But we don't have to live in that because that's the past. Jaden Reed breaks his collarbone, and Matthew Golden in this game, I think, did he have a rush? He had 2 rushes for 15 yards, and he was targeted twice, I believe, 0 catches.
He also had a punt return for -2.
Yeah, okay, first of all, get Nixon out of the punt return. Get Golden off the punt return because Golden is supposed to be a thing. Nixon is our number 1 corner.
Yeah.
I don't care. There's got to be guys that you could throw out there on the punt return and do what they're doing. They're not even that good at it. Yeah, Bo Melton can do anything. Just put Bo.
2 catches for 16 yards.
2 catches for 16 yards. He was targeted. I saw there was some stat that one of the fantasy football accounts had on Twitter of Matthew Golden fantasy
Four
points
targets.
versus here. Let me find it because I can.
His projections.
No.
17 on 34 for 136.
No, so there's a crazy stat though about because he was targeted in the end zone and then he was targeted and he was free like for like a 90-yard score and it was just like an inch out in front of him too far. He had 1.5 fantasy points, but his potential fantasy points was 28. So Matthew Golden, what I'm thinking here is that this is going to be a process, but Jaden Reed being injured is going to play a major role in that, where that's just another guy out of that receiving core and more opportunities going to Golden. It's also worth noting, Matthew Golden turned his profile picture on Twitter black. It's just black.
He also like unfollowed the Packers.
He did
too.
unfollow the Packers, yeah.
So how is that?
That means that he's going to fucking explode next week.
Okay.
All good receivers are crazy. This is nothing but good news for me.
Following your team.
Yeah.
Is good news.
Because then he's going to score 3 touchdowns next week.
Okay.
And he's going to follow him again.
Shot bet.
On 3
You
touchdowns?
said it. I didn't propose. I didn't say it.
How about this? If he doesn't get 3 touchdowns, I'll take a shot. But if he does, you have to take 3 shots.
Sure. Yeah.
It probably still won't work out for me. But I want the 1 to 3 at least. Because, oh my God, if we walk in here and you have to take 3 shots, that would be so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's really a bad emotional hedge for me though, because like now I'm double losing or double winning. So Matthew Golden, I'm trusting the process here. He's in his second. He's played 8 quarters, Adam. He's only played 8 quarters, and unlike your team, my entire team doesn't rest on the cornerstone of Matthew Golden. We're pretty good with him getting 1.5 fantasy points.
Man, it's been really easy to get under your skin with this.
No, you're
last couple comments.
no. I'm just saying the truth,
Yeah,
and
Kevin, if you don't want him to get
lashing
under your
out.
skin, put some paint on your
yeah,
skin.
put some
to
war
stop
paint
it.
on the
The
skin.
lashing out. My God.
So I mean, I don't really feel like this is lashing out because my team kicks ass and I'm having a really fun time. I don't know if this is going to keep happening. Hopefully it happens one more week. If we lose to the Browns, that would be a huge come down. But
Yeah.
I honestly I have like nothing negative to say other than the Jaden Reed collarbone thing really sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's not ideal, but because that was confirmed like broken.
Yeah, that's broken, bro. I think maybe even surgery broken. So it's like I think he's going to be out like 9 weeks. They said.
Oof.
So it's for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Commanders defense did not. They looked. Lattimore stinks. Marshawn Lattimore is.
They were picking on
I
him.
think you can say he's washed at this point.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's one of those like I don't know. I feel like it happens with DBs like the fastest out of any position.
Oh yeah.
Where like, oh look, it's Josh Norman and he sucks.
I mean, it's like one of the hardest.
Yeah.
It's like the hardest position like to play. Like
Yeah.
all the rules are against you. It's just it's already extremely hard. So
it's quite bad.
yeah, it's tough. All
right.
Okay.
Segments.
Yeah, let's get to our awards for the week.
So if we're going by point differential,
Yeah.
I won.
When do I go?
You go last,
Go
Dustin. You go last. In fact, I think I might get to go again before you get to go. Okay, so MVP of the week. I'm going to give it to Brandon Aubrey.
Damn it.
We talked about it, I think, a little bit before we were recording, but the Cowboys kicker, Brandon Aubrey, hit a 64-yard field goal to force overtime.
Yeah.
And it was crazy impressive. He did end up then hitting another field goal in overtime, like 46 yards to win the game. But the part that really sticks out to me is the Cowboys were driving down 3 points, very little time left. And they got to like midfield, a little bit past.
Yeah.
And they ran a draw play for like 3 more yards. And then they called a timeout. And I was baffled. I was like, guys, this is still a really long field goal, but
Yeah.
that's how fucking confident they
I know,
are in
it's
Brandon
really
Aubrey.
like, it's fine. 60,
Yeah.
60 plus.
They
that's
weren't
all
even
right.
worried about
That's
it.
Okay.
Yeah. So Brandon Aubrey is a monster, and I feel like all I've seen this year, every time I've seen a kicker, they're fucking up. Brandon Aubrey is, I think, now that Justin Tucker is out of the league and wasn't even good last year, he is the best kicker in football.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just his consistency from long range is nuts, and also how long he can kick it. So
Yeah.
okay.
What about you?
My MVP of the week, thought maybe you might have done this, but there was a couple options.
Do the one you want. Come on.
I'm gonna give it to follow up on the trend that we had kind of going back here with the actual MVPs. Give it to Lamar Jackson. So he went 19 to 29, not fantastic. 225, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Yes, was it against the Browns? It was, but it's still like they were dead, and they just said, no, fuck it, we're just gonna keep letting it go. And DeAndre Hopkins, I forgot that he's on the Ravens.
Yeah.
So he caught what could have been 2 touchdowns, but he caught 1 for sure.
Dustin got me a beer before we recorded, and he fucked up right where I got to put my mouth on it. Like, he, bent it right at the mouth hole.
How do you do that?
It looks like I bit it, doesn't it? Like, look at, the rim of the...
It's angry.
Ugh.
So, yeah, Lamar...
Stock down, Dustin.
The running...
We're not there yet.
The lack of running has been a little interesting. Like, he didn't have that many week 1, and then, this past week, he only had 13.
It seems like it's a desperation thing more than anything else.
Like, Derrick Henry only had 11 carries, and obviously only went 23 yards. Like, the Browns defense
rush defense, yeah.
Yeah, like, Myles Garrett's still Myles Garrett, and, Lamar did get sacked 3 times, and he was just dicing them up. I mean, especially at the end, they just kept he's hitting fadeaways. I don't know. It was just
he's a monster.
It's silly. It's very silly. So it felt mean. It felt a little mean against the Browns. So.
All right, Dustin, what do you got?
All right, Kevin. So you stole mine. I thought for sure you're not going to go with a kicker.
Do you not prepare 3?
No.
He doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
He's on a sleeper
that was a
app.
rhetorical
He's
question.
He's
on the sleeper
I am. That's how I usually pick.
He's looking for a high point score.
Well, he's going to find one.
I'm going with Drake May.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely guys that scored more than him.
I'm on Ross scored 3 touchdowns.
We're not allowed to use our
punching air
We're not
right
allowed
now.
to use our games though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can't
that's
use our
true.
games.
Low hanging.
So Drake May went 19 for 23, completed passes to 9 different receivers.
Yeah.
They are not known for a team that has depth at the receiver position.
Nah, you don't know about Keyshawn Booty, dude.
Yeah.
But he so
Dustin just
I barely do. I know he's a player.
Guy?
You know he's a real guy, but just barely.
But no, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He also had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Beat a division rival. I think he had a good week, and he's a guy that
Definitely
kind
one of
was
the
on
better
hot
looking
seat.
quarterbacks from that class, in terms of, him, Jaden Daniels,
Bo Nix.
Caleb Williams, Bo Nix. There's one other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My Kadarius Toney goes to Mr. Caleb Johnson.
Dude, no way.
I'm just stealing all of Dustin.
Oh fuck!
If your
I
team
wrote that
should
one
win,
down. I
you
wrote
get to
that
go
one
first.
down as it happened too. I had that one prepared a long time ago.
So Caleb Johnson, for those of you unaware, the 17th string running back, it seems like.
Yeah.
He was highly touted, but he's not
Further
getting
down
chances.
the depth chart after this game.
Yeah, he is back to return the kick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It bounces short and hops up. And did he touch it? I don't remember if he touched it.
No, he let it go over his head.
I think he let it go over his shoulder and he didn't touch it, and it bounced in the end zone, which would have been a touchback before, but under the new kickoff rules is not.
Because it landed in the landing zone.
And he just walked away, and the Seahawks ran down and recovered it for a touchdown in a close fucking game.
Yeah.
So that
Who ended up winning that game, Kevin?
the Seahawks.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that was a pretty
Yeah, it was a
impactful
pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And it was just I've never seen a play and been like, Kadarius would do that more than that play.
Oh, yeah.
Kadarius would 100% do that.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I can name one more player who I think would do it. Chase Claypool.
Oh, Chase Claypool.
Oh, yeah.
Chase Claypool has a lot of Kadarius energy
Yeah.
now that he's in the Canadian Football League now.
Yep. Yep. Is
All
he
right.
actually?
I don't know.
Did he go back home?
No one will fact check that. All right, what about you, Adam?
All right. This, again, it feels like, Dustin, you're already kind of getting beat over there. I have to give it to Mr. Justin Fields.
Oh no.
So he got hurt, and he had to leave the game.
Yeah.
But when he was in the game, he only completed 3 out of 11 passes for 27 yards, was sacked twice. It's a QBR of 1.1.
This is the quintessential Justin Fields experience.
Yeah.
He looks like Lamar Jackson for 1 week.
Yeah.
And then you start him in fantasy football, and he does fucking nothing.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, against a division rival, and they were Jets fans are probably feeling so great. Yes, they lost week 1,
Yeah.
but they had to have been feeling like, wow, this actually could work. and he looked bad. And then to make matters worse, he got hurt and didn't come back. So, and he had a towel over his head when he was walking back with someone. And there was a fan, like it was like a Bills fan, comes running up to him, like in his seats, like trying to get him to high five, like, come on, hey. It's like, dude, A, that's not even your team. And B, it's like he's hurt. Like he's not gonna
fuck off.
Stop. Yeah, like I don't know. Just kids being kids. So yeah, tough.
Apparently, Nico Collins just made an insane touchdown catch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Only need 3 more of those.
Yeah, he'll make up for my Joe Burrow miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dustin, you're Kadarius. Have you had enough time to research?
I think so. I'm gonna give it to
Not
the
know.
Broncos defense.
Okay. Yeah, they did bad.
I mean, yeah, they were leading most of the game. You
give it to like a specific unit on the Broncos. Did you see how this game ended?
I heard it was not good.
There was a guy, I can't remember what his name was.
Leverage.
Yeah, he got called for leverage on the missed game-winning field goal by
and
the Colts.
and then they went
and
up
they kicked
to,
it again. They got it.
It was a 60-yarder, and then they get moved up
to 55.
to a 45.
Oh, it's a
15-yard
15-yarder?
So
Holy crap.
that's tough. That's really tough.
So do you want to switch, or are you doing the defense?
No, I'll pick that guy.
That guy. Nice.
Yeah.
This is what you
Thanks for
tune
stealing
in
all my
for.
picks, Kevin.
Well, I hope I'm not stealing your stock up.
You might be.
My stock up is Tyreek Hill's blood pressure because he had a little fit. He got very upset. He jumped up and down.
Yeah.
He was getting very mad at Tua.
Yeah, he had over 100 yards.
He did have over 100 yards, and Tua looked slightly less awful.
Yeah, he didn't look like straight booty cheeks.
But
he
like-
looked like booty, just not booty cheeks.
But even when they play like to the top of their abilities, it doesn't matter.
no. Yeah, the Dolphins are like bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, he targeted him 7 times. So I feel like Tyreek, like, why'd you only target me that when I caught 6 of those?
Well, the one that he got upset with was he was wide open when it went 10 yards over his head.
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's really tough.
All right, what about you?
All right, mine. I am giving it stock up to cheating.
Oh, but J.J. McCarthy lost.
So the tush push. It again
Damn it,
remains.
my stock down was the rules for the tush push.
Again, continues to be the most ridiculous play where rules just don't apply.
No.
Like it's in its own reality. There were this to seal the game for the Eagles. There were multiple linemen just like going all before the center even was snapping.
There
the ball.
were
It just
6
doesn't matter.
offensive linemen off sides on the tush push, and there's only supposed to be 5 linemen. End of a sentence.
Yeah. And so, like, obviously people aren't going to care as much because this happened, to the Chiefs. But at the same time, like, it's so bad. Like,
So-
it's not hard to enforce. Like, just start calling offsides on some of this because you can do the tush push. Just don't be lining up all in the neutral zone, both sides of the ball. Like, everyone does it.
I was ridiculed
why?
because my team tried to ban this play.
I don't think they'd have to ban it. Just enforce the
They're
rules.
not gonna do that.
Enforce the rules. That's all you need to do. And like there's 2 refs like staring down the line of scrimmage. I don't know. And it sucks, but it's probably never gonna go away. And that's unfortunate. But stock up for cheating.
Nice. Dustin, how about you?
My stock up goes to Destiny.
Ooh.
It's been a couple of years since this happened, but the timing is great, and we'll talk about it in a couple minutes here. But Jake Browning is playing against the Vikings again, and we know what happened last time.
It's true. We do know.
It's like the gods just were like, you know what? Let's see that again.
Unless Ed Dontel comes back in, I guess that would be really terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the stock up should be like chaos because we're watching Carson Wentz and Jake Browning.
Yeah.
Stock down whoever bought those fucking tickets at the start of the year.
Yeah, it's
Right? Yeah, they're probably half price now.
real tough.
Yeah. All right, my stock down goes to Brock Purdy because Mac Jones looks like most of Brock Purdy.
They
Honestly,
kind of look alike too.
Like when you squint, you're like, "Is that Brock Purdy?" I'm pretty sure it's kind of Brock Purdy. I don't know.
Are you saying Mac Jones looks like a Mexican?
He might have some. He might have a little bit.
Because
Good.
Brock Purdy
Yeah.
is.
Good. Mexican.
Yes, thank you, Dustin.
Thank you.
Yes.
we are aware of that.
Yeah, so Brock Purdy out for 2 to 4 weeks with
A high ankle sprain.
high ankle sprain.
I don't know.
I mean, that seems super legit to me. I would never question a high ankle sprain.
Who knows?
Yeah, maybe he's faking it. But Mac Jones looked fine. Kyle Shanahan got his dream. Mac Jones.
Yeah. Shout out Dan Orlovsky for literally like a couple of years ago saying when Mac Jones was still like on the Patriots, when he was like on his last year, when he was looked really, really bad, how he was saying like if you were to put Mac Jones with Kyle Shanahan and San Fran, like he would be basically like Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
And everyone just ripped him at that table. And like, well, look at that. A couple years down the road. Dan Orlovsky might actually know some ball. He doesn't know where the end zone ends, but you know, he knows where some
He
ball
knows
is.
that now.
Wow.
He learned. He didn't know before.
He did learn. So it was one of 4 safeties that Jared Allen forced. So look at that.
Cool. Dustin, how about you?
My stock down is me.
It's my turn. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, we were talking about Brock Purdy for such a long time. Adam, I apologize.
Yeah, my
I
God.
apologize.
What was yours?
Don't worry about it.
I just wanted Dustin to have something.
No, it's not. My stock down goes the Aaron Rodgers hype train. So
Yeah,
it looked really good week 1, and then it came back down.
It's so funny that like the Steelers and the Jets did the exact
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, we just knew it was a lightning in a bottle game for both those like quarterbacks and teams, and it was like those fan bases, regardless of the outcome, were probably through the fucking roof of
Yeah.
how excited they were about the future of it. Well, Aaron Rodgers 18 to 33, 203, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks. Not great. And like a lot of that too was like Jalen Warren, like those yards. Jalen Warren making a ridiculous play.
Yeah,
going
Jalen Warren's
65.
kind of good.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He just bounces off people. I don't know. There's something about the way he runs. All right, Dustin.
All right,
what's
my
yours?
stock down is me. The Panthers are not looking too good, and I predicted them to win their division.
You also predicted the Broncos, who are 0-2, to win their division.
That's okay. I'm sure this is the only off-season prediction I'm going to get
Broncos
wrong.
are
though.
1-1.
Are they?
Yeah, they won.
Who'd they beat last week?
They didn't look great, but they won. The Titans.
Oh,
Bo
okay,
Nix looked
okay,
really
okay,
bad,
okay.
But then they still
Yeah,
ended up winning.
never mind. Retracted.
This
I think
will
you
this
even
will
said,
be
like,
my
the
only
Broncos
prediction that's
like,
wrong.
Someone said
though.
like the Broncos defense for like an award last week. I'm pretty sure because of how they played.
Nah, whatever. Yeah. So your stock down is you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
messed
fits.
up.
First time for everything.
Yeah,
You've never been wrong
eyes
with
were bigger than my
predictions
stomach on that one.
Okay, let's get to the week 3 preview. We are back to regular non-primetime games for all of our teams. We
Yay.
have 2 noon games and then a 3:25. So let's start with the Vikings one because we already alluded to it with the chaos and the Browning and the Wentz and all that. So it was announced they're hosting the Bengals at noon on CBS. And it thought this could be, all right, let's try to find a way to bounce back, and we'll know it's going to be Carson Wentz. So Carson Wentz Browning is going to be probably just gross.
Whatever the over/under is on this,
Yeah.
take the under.
Yeah, it's this is I literally had my notes before.
There is a rumor, by the way, that the Bengals are reaching out to the Packers about Malik Willis.
Why? They hate Browning?
I don't know. Do you love Browning?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like he can. He just fits that better than Willis does.
I don't know.
He would just throw the ball a bunch. And he threw to Jamar Chase like a million times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Bengals are 2-0. They kind of the Jags. I feel like they kind of threw that game away. Like the Bengals, I feel like got. I don't know. It was a weird game to watch.
Yeah.
And especially when the Burrow injury happened so early, you're like, this could go in a multitude of reasons because then you got Trevor Lawrence throwing turnovers and all that kind of stuff. But this is I had my notes for this as a massive crossroad for the offense. And obviously now when it's Wentz, it changes things a little bit because I don't envision him being like when J.J. McCarthy can play, he's not going to be out there. So this is just a game where it's going to be ugly, and hopefully we can get a win. But the O-line has to play much better, and regardless of who's back under center, and KOC has to be better at play calling, like he just does. If this is the state of the offensive line, and we're not going to have Darisaw again, if we're not going to have Kelly, you have to realize, like, Trey Hendrickson is good. Like, he's a good player.
Who the fuck is Ryan Miller? He just caught a touchdown for the Bucks. It's a white guy.
I don't know.
81.
I don't know.
Okay.
He's probably like a tight end. But, yeah, I don't know. This is find a way to go 2-1 or 2-2, however long McCarthy's out. Just go 500 and see what you can do.
There he is, Ryan Miller.
University School of Jackson is where
Confirmed white guy.
he went. He's undrafted. Wow, yeah, look at that.
His middle name is McKnight.
Oh, he's not even a tight. I thought he would be a tight end. He's
Look at that neck
is it
to
a hyphen?
head ratio.
Interesting.
It's beautiful.
It's a little ginger.
Yeah, so I mean, this game, I feel like you guys. Here's what I was thinking about this game, and I was thinking it before the McCarthy news broke,
Yeah.
but like I think it still kind of holds. I trust your defense to be better than Zach Taylor with a backup quarterback's offense, because I think Zach Taylor is an idiot, and I think Brian Flores is not an idiot. Yeah. So I don't like to just hand out compliments on this show. But.
Yeah, like Browning, when he played against us, he was going against Ed Donatel.
And this is at home.
We've talked about Ed Donatel a whole lot.
For you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
So I like you guys on that side of the ball. And on the other side of the ball, the Bengals defense is shitty. And Carson Wentz has played football before.
Yeah, it's been a while, but
yeah, you know.
Yeah, he just got to take care of the ball. I don't know. Just
Honestly, and this is going to sound like hater talk, I think he's going to do better than JJ right now.
I mean, sure,
JJ just, it looks like it needs to cook. Yeah. And Carson Wentz is a Joe Flacco type. You know, he'll go out there and he'll rip it a little bit.
Yeah, I expect it's going to be kind of like, honestly, it wouldn't be shocking if it's like a very like Mullins-like game.
Yeah.
Like he's just going to be like, all right, fuck it.
He'll do what he's asked to do. Yep. You know, he's probably a worse version of Sam Darnold.
Yeah, which is so
well,
funny.
And he's
like
probably
which is why I like you guys.
He's probably coming into this thinking like, all right, well, JJ's going to get his starting position back anyways, unless I go out there and really like blow everyone away.
Yeah,
but he's also playing for a spot next year.
That's true. This is an audition tape.
Yeah,
basically.
I like you guys in this game. Are we gonna do? Yeah. All right.
Yep. So the line and the over/under have moved since last night.
Who's going first?
I think you're up because you have the.
I have the differential.
Differential.
Okay. I'm gonna say Vikings minus 2.5.
I'm gonna go. I'll go Vikings minus 3.
Ding, ding, ding. So it was Vikings. It opened as Vikings minus 4.5.
Damn.
And now it is Vikings minus 2.5.
DJ McCarthy worth 2.5 points.
I guess.
Could have fooled me. It's okay. And then the over/under, Dustin. What do you got?
Over/under. Let's go a crisp 48.
47.5, and I feel incredibly good about that.
What are you doing?
I almost didn't even want to Price is Right you.
You want to do a shot bet on that? I bet it's 48 or more.
I'll do it.
All right.
Let me write in our show notes because now I got 2 shot bets going. I got Matthew Golden 3 touchdowns, which when I say it out loud feels stupid. Yeah, I don't. Exactly. And then I got Dustin, 48?
48.
You said? Okay, over, under, 48.
So it definitely was not 48.
Dustin is riding so high on 3 years ago when he did
this. It was 45.5, and now it went down all the way to 41.5.
Dustin, do you want a side of
the... only 1 touchdown off.
Yeah. Do you want a side of the Matthew Golden bet while we're at it?
I'll take it. I'll take the less than 3 side.
Okay. Cool. Adam, do you want a side of the 48 over/under?
No, because it's my game.
You don't want to bet the under in your own game? That's fair. That's fair.
I already have emotional hedging going on with this. And, and because it's like when you have 2 backup quarterbacks like that,
it's just nonsense. They could throw pick sixes.
There could. You just don't know. So, okay. Other noon game, we have the Packers traveling to Cleveland, taking on the Browns, playing at noon on Fox. This game's probably going to get ugly for the Browns.
So it should. Right?
It should.
This game.
Trap game, question mark?
That's what I'm like. I don't want to just say every game that we should win is a trap game. I do think that the Browns' defense is pretty legit, especially on a rushing capacity. Josh Jacobs has not had like a crazy game yet, and I don't think he's going to next week.
Yeah.
Their run defense bottled up Derrick Henry. I think I might have to retire soon. Like, this is crazy. I called Aiden Hutchinson Aiden O'Connell like 4 times last week.
You were just sticking with
Yeah,
it.
I was like, no, it's Aiden O'Connell. So I mean, I don't think that the Packers are going to be able to do a lot on the ground. The Browns' run defense is very good. I do think they'll be able to have some effect through the air. And this game is also. I wrote some notes after Thursday, and then when I was doing my segments last night, I added more notes.
Sure.
On Thursday, I wrote defense should put Flacco in a blender, and then on last night, I wrote Joe Flacco might die, and I didn't realize I had both of those notes, but I do. So I maintain that I don't think Flacco is going to have a good time with this Packers defense.
Yeah.
He is not mobile. They have been getting pressure like fucking crazy. I'm very optimistic that we can do the same thing to Joe Flacco that we did to like Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Because Flacco is just old, decrepit Jared Goff.
What if it were Dylan Gabriel? He threw a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I've heard people say, oh, put in Shadur, or put in Dylan Gabriel. And, yeah, go nuts. I feel like this defense hopefully could handle a rookie quarterback. If they can't, we got bigger problems. So I've already said I think Matthew Golden – just fucking nuclear game incoming because his profile pictures, he unfollowed the team and, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good to do that.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've said cautiously optimistic for 2 weeks in a row. I'd say I'm just optimistic now.
Yeah.
I do like our chances here.
Okay. Line has moved, but the over-under has not.
All right, so the line, I'm going to say...
Wait, does Dustin go first on the line?
Well, if it's my team, I guess. Well, Dustin, why don't you go first?
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Where is this game? Cleveland?
It's in Cleveland.
All right, let's go Packers -6.
6.5, Dustin. You got to learn. Vegas loves the Packers.
What's happening, dude? I mean, yeah, it opened as Packers -8.5. Now it's Packers -7.5. So
that was close.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Close enough.
You're moving in the right direction. I feel like a couple weeks ago you went like Packers -3.
Yeah.
And let's go over under. This one's a little tricky. I'll go 42.5.
All right. Well, we know the Packers are going to score 27 because they do every week.
Well, and that's 3 touchdowns to Matthew Golden, plus 2 more field goals.
What did you say? 47?
42.5.
42.5?
Dustin. 46. This
right,
man loves points.
We'll go 43.
This man's going crazy.
I'll go
over
43.
Here.
Ding, ding, ding. It is 42.5.
Let's go.
Well, I can't even win these if you're just taking the right answer every time.
Oh man.
You were able to go first.
You thought I said 47. All right, should we talk about? Let's see.
Last game. So then we have the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Chicago, taking on the Bears at 3:25 on Fox.
Bears
Is must win for the Bears?
Can't lose.
No.
Oh, we could lose. We could get the number
This is
one
a must
pick.
win.
Is it okay?
This is if they don't win,
We could get the number one pick. Dustin's already talked about the number one pick. It's week.
But they
booking 3.
But they won the offseason.
And they're gonna win
I
next
think
year
that
too.
the Packers actually scooped the offseason from them at the very end.
Ooh, I'm Kevin. I like to talk positive.
Oh yeah, look at that. The Bears fumbled it.
Ooh, I'm Kevin.
The Bears fumbled the win right at the end there.
Yeah, that's what they do.
So I think this is a must win for the Bears if you want to actually salvage this season.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Cowboys should just, as soon as they get the ball, just send Brandon Aubrey out every time.
just when they get to half, like when they get the 50-yard line, they're just like, all right, get in there, kid.
Guaranteed 3 points.
Honestly,
I mean, you're probably going to outscore the Bears.
yeah, it's not the worst.
Think
plan
about how many
against
possessions
Chicago.
you'd have.
But they're not in Dallas this week.
That's okay.
So they have to kick outside. The city's windy, Dustin.
It's true.
That's all right. I don't think it'll affect him. He's
All right.
He's a professional.
When has wind affected a kick?
Never.
Not once.
Never.
All right. So Dustin, who Who are you most excited to see play football for your team this week?
Well, I'd like to see Luther Burden do a little bit more. I think we're in the same boat with
then
Matthew
1
Golden.
for 5?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
that
like to see him
1.5
get
fantasy
going.
points is a tough pill to swallow.
If Colston Loveland ends the year under 20 catches, I'm going to be really upset.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
on track for it.
I'm not going to lie. When they drafted Colston Loveland, I was pretty stoked because I was like, I think that's probably not what they should have done.
Probably not. I think
Yeah.
he wasn't even projected to go in the first round.
Yes, he was.
Oh, he was?
1,000%.
He was projected to go in the first round, but there was an open discussion about who was better, him or Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Right.
And it seems like it might be Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I feel like.
Well, what if Tyler Warren was on the Bears? Then it would probably be Colston
That's,
Loveland.
you know what? That's actually very true.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like it wasn't the fit. I mean, there's just too many mouths to feed. Like, I don't know. It's hard to make an impact.
Feels like they're not feeding that many mouths, honestly.
No, they're not.
Dunze's getting fed.
Odunze's getting fed, and like DJ Moore is
They're
getting
trying to-
scraps.
They have schemed up like plays for DJ Moore at least.
Yeah.
Like, Colston Loveland can't even get on the field.
Are you worried, Dustin, at all about your defense versus the Cowboys' offense? The CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens show.
I'd like to see those guys that
No,
try to get the
Javonte's
ball.
trash.
The guys that try to
Just
get
trying
the
to
ball,
speak
I'd
it
like
into
to see
existence.
them play better.
Yeah.
Because last week they didn't really do that good of stopping
Cowboys
the.
drop a 50 burger.
I could see it.
Yeah.
they got
Two
pretty
in a
close.
row.
They got pretty
How
close this
many
week.
50 burgers can the Bears give up in a row? Fans would start throwing shit if you guys did that at
Right.
home.
Well,
There's
I
no
also
shot.
saw that we spend the 5th most amount of money on on that side of the ball in the league.
That's good.
On that side of the
I'm not gonna say it. They're not. I'm not giving them the credit.
You're not
of-
saying the word defense.
No.
Until
Not when
they
talking
get
about the
credit.
Bears.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Line and over under have not moved on this one.
Is it me now?
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. The line, I'm gonna go Dallas minus 4.5.
I'll go Dallas -5.
I don't know. Does Vegas know something we don't? It's Chicago -1.5.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, Dallas does not look good this year.
No,
but
yeah, that's
the Bears
Don't look.
just got their fucking doors blown off.
Yeah, I mean they suck.
All right, Dustin, the gentleman's sweep is on the table. You better get this one.
All right, over under the Bears. Bad the non-offensive side of the
He's
ball.
talking through it. He's talking through it. I like this.
Let's go 46.5.
47.
the one time you need to pick points, Dustin. It's 49.5. Oh my God. Dude.
Gentlemen's
But the Bears don't
sweep.
score a lot of points. That's the thing.
well,
But the
I just-
Cowboys' defense is dog shit. They made Russell Wilson have a career day last week.
50-some yards last week.
He was dangerous again.
If not for like a what the hell are you doing interception, the Giants should have won that game.
I almost put him as my Nathan Peterman, just like at the end, just going like 500 dead or alive and just hucking it.
Throws the insane moonball to Neighbors for the touchdown to take the lead late, and then he does that like in overtime.
Yeah.
It's like what?
And it's like Neighbors barely got there
Yeah.
and had to play defense and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
tough. That's really tough. Okay.
All right, well,
All right, we got our
I should be keeping track of this all season, Dustin. I should be like keeping track, and then whoever loses has to do 50 shots. All right, whoever loses has to drink the bottle.
Better be on a
wherever it-
different bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, I know we've been asking for some questions in the chat or takes or anything like that. Don't know if we've gotten a ton of actual like
we had
credible ones.
Instagram went down a lot. These went back. Most of it was more so calling for
Ooh.
KOC's head.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, nice.
That's bananas. That's,
So,
you gotta love
whose
it.
fault is it more, JJ McCarthy or KOC?
I mean, if you ask either of them, they're gonna say themselves. That's
No,
the
but I'm
biggest
asking you right now.
I honestly put, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty damn close to 50-50 at this point. It's just the offense in general. It's the scheme has been bad. The play has been bad. The offensive line, granted, they're not healthy. That's been bad. The ones that we've been trotting out there. So it's just a culmination of
You're deflecting,
all bad.
son.
Do you think maybe
It's more KOC's fault because he's the grown-up.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
do,
that's
do,
what
do
it
you think
is.
maybe JJ McCarthy's just very uncomfortable because he has too much paint on his face. And you know when you put face paint on and it's just this feels weird. I
And
don't
it's
like it.
he got used to being successful in a situation where his team was cheating. And now that his team has to play fair and against better opponents and with less talented people around him, he's doing worse.
Less talented people.
Less talented, like
Everyone-
comparatively?
everyone-
No. But compared to the team he had at Michigan, compared to the team they were playing, the
Okay,
differential there,
okay.
yeah, it's a lot more even of a playing field now.
But the way you phrased
The way
it
you phrase it, you're like the Michigan football team.
was better than the
Who would
Vikings.
win, the Michigan football team or the Minnesota Vikings?
Mind-boggling. Like, God.
No, okay, I admit, hand up, I did phrase that in a way that was a little bit misleading, but I'm saying the competition is much steeper now than what he had to deal with in college back when he was cheating, and now he doesn't get to cheat either, so it's like, what do, you know?
Okay, you just big Ohio State guy over here now.
Huge,
Yeah.
apparently, now. Yeah.
Apparently. Like, Jesus. Okay.
I've always loved Ohio State. They've always been my favorite.
If you're calling for KOC's head, that's that. I don't know. Touch grass. I don't know what else to say. Like, go outside, get some air. Like, you need to get out of your basement, whatever you've been doing, screaming into the void.
How bad is it gonna be if like Carson Wentz goes out there and like fucking rocks? Like, would you rather he kind of suck and it's like, okay, maybe there's like a bigger problem?
I'd rather the Vikings win the football game.
Okay.
So whatever that means, I will
So if
take.
Carson Wentz goes out there and he throws for 450 yards and 6 touchdowns,
I'll be happy because that means we probably kick the shit out of the Bengals.
yeah, but like also that means that JJ McCarthy is worse. You know, I'm just wondering like where your head would be at in this hypothetical that I've created out of nothing.
Kevin, it's so easy to spin. Like,
Yeah.
no, it would not be.
I'm having a really good time this
it would,
episode.
it would not be difficult for me to be
Yeah.
like, all right, now that we fixed the scheme, there you go. Now,
And then
it's just a
JJ
matter of
McCarthy
coming
comes back after his ankle sprain, and you score 6 points again.
Well, see, we don't know that. We
Yeah,
can't
I'm
know
just
that.
building a hypothetical.
Ooh, Eric says hire Stallions. Honestly, give him a call. What's he doing? I don't think the problem is though he's got to develop his new technique because we don't use signs in the NFL. They famously don't use signs.
He could hack into the radios, though.
He could, if he could just
It's an electronic
start-
weakness.
getting in there, getting the infrastructure,
Mm-hmm.
getting the mainframe. You know, that could be something. You might have something here, Eric.
What
You
if
might.
everyone put on war paint? Maybe the problem is that JJ is the only one. When I saw that war paint quote on Twitter, I had a big old grin on my face.
You'd love it if your quarterback said it.
No.
Yeah, you would.
No, that is corny as hell, dude. That is like Russell Wilson levels of corniness. I saw it and I'm like, two things can happen. Either he's good and it doesn't like whatever, or he sucks, at least for these first 2 games, and it's so embarrassing. Like there's the benefit to like potential cost it's astronomical.
Okay.
It's when Justin
I just
Fields
don't-
said that the game was moving too slow for him when he was a rookie, and he was like, "It's just moving a little slow for me." Then he got like murdered the next Sunday, and they're like, "Was it moving too slow, Justin?"
Yeah, I don't really care. So that's if he wants to wear it, that's fine with me. Doesn't matter. Obviously, if you do that and you play bad, then it's gonna look worse. But guess what? If you play great, no one's gonna give a fuck.
It's the on-field equivalent of Cam Newton's outfits at the press conference. You know, it's like, wow, you're trying really hard.
Honestly, it's the typing that drove me crazy. With Cam
What?
Newton.
His hieroglyphics. Yeah,
that was the worst of it. I think. Like where I'm like, oh,
just
God.
for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, I'm like, this is it hurts. It gives me like a stroke just reading it. But
Yeah.
okay. I don't think there's really much else we got here. So we have a couple shot bets on the line for next week. We have Matthew Golden if he scores 3 touchdowns.
I think you two need a shot bet because right now I have one with you and I have one with both of you, so I really don't want a piece of a third one. But I think one of you should, like you guys, between the two of you, should have a shot bet. Something about the Bears.
Can I ask a question for you guys
Yes,
as
go
well?
for
Too,
it,
if you guys
Marlo.
want, I don't even know if my microphone is working, to be honest with you. But we did have this question last night as we were kind of doing our post-game stream here. Between the 3 teams that you guys obviously root for, what is the most iconic jersey that goes with your associated clubs? We had a debate for the Vikings, obviously. One came to mind initially, but I want to know what you guys think is the actual jersey.
I
that
mean,
is.
Vikings. It's the OG, Purple People Eaters throwback. When Tarkenton was playing the 70s. I mean,
You're talking like style jersey.
Both. I want
Okay.
player and style.
Oh, okay. Oh, like that you'd see. I
It's
mean,
like, you see that jersey, you're like that's like the Vikings jersey, or that's the Packers jersey, or that's the Bears jersey.
yeah.
So if you need a second to think, the Packers one there's two, and it's not surprising. It's Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. It really depends on what generation of Packer fan you are.
Yeah.
To me, the quintessential Packers jersey is the more or less modern version of the Aaron Rodgers jersey, the Nike version, whatever you want to call it. The Reebok Brett Favre is the previous generation, where that's what they grew up, because Brett Favre was the one that rescued the Packers from just absolute nothingness mediocrity after like 3 decades of that. So it's one of those two guys. I guess maybe you get an honorable mention to like Ray Nitschke and you get like a throwback or something like that. That's kind of a deep cut, but those are like the 3 big ones. I'm a little also partial to my Brian Bulaga jersey, but that's more of a personal thing. That's not really the fan base as a whole.
Sure.
Brian Bulaga. Ow.
Yeah. I mean, I get
Dustin is Googling Bears jerseys right now.
yeah,
This
I'm
is
looking
the
at which one
fakest
I-
fan I've ever met in my
style.
entire
I don't remember all the jerseys they've worn.
But he remembers 85.
Yeah.
He
1985, the Super Bowl
1985.
shuffle. Yeah.
He vividly remembers that.
Listen, I know what your iconic jersey is.
So do I.
It's the fridge
I have that one.
and
but
Walter
no.
Payton.
No,
Those are the
it's
two.
Walter Payton and Brian Urlacher.
Yeah, Urlacher's a good pull. Urlacher's a good pull.
Yeah, I would say Urlacher.
Urlacher over Payton though?
No, for our.
Oh,
like,
I was gonna say, 'cause that's like the
it's
two
Walter
generations.
Payton, it's Walter
Yeah.
Payton and Brian Urlacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fridge is like the fun one.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going old, it's the throwback Tarkenton. I mean, he's been the best quarterback the Vikings have ever had, and it's easy. He's Hall of Famer. So that's the easy pull there. But for like my lifetime, it has to be Moss. Honestly, I would say it's the super underrated. The white, the away jerseys that we wore like
With
the late 90s
with like the colors on the shoulder,
stripe,
the
yeah, right
swish
here.
thing. Yeah.
Yes. So that you have that that we wore in like the late 90s and early 2000s. That's it's the one that Moss did the moon at Lambeau in. I mean, it's that one.
Disgusting act.
Disgusting act. Yeah, I would love for them to bring that back like today, like a modern. Just throw it in there every now and then.
People clown on those jerseys a lot.
I know, which is kind of crazy. Like
Those are the jerseys I grew up associating the Minnesota Vikings
right.
with.
I like I think of the Metrodome in those. I just it. Well, obviously not those ones specifically, but that style, like it was the Metrodome. Think of the troughs, all that kind of the fun stuff. The learning moment you had as you turned a boy to a man. The Metrodome troughs.
I did that watching Transformers, but I mean whatever.
So and then if you're gonna go wiring AP, obviously, I mean that's an easy one, but Jared Allen being 69, that's always great. That's all you see those.
That
every
one
now
plays.
and then.
Jalen wears that one. It was her dad's, and I'm like, that's a street cred jersey.
Yeah,
right there.
that's a good one.
Dude, she wants a Bo Richter jersey so bad. And I'm like, I don't even know what they sell Bo Richter
customize
jerseys.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And I was
don't
like, if I customize it, do you want 98 or do you want like a number that isn't a nose tackle?
Right.
Like.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
then obviously Jefferson. Like, I mean, if you're going today, like it's your superstars. That's what you think of.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Nice.
It's fun.
All right, should we wrap it?
Yeah. All right. So we have a couple shot bets on the line. We have the 3 touchdowns for Matthew Golden that you and I are in on.
Anyone's.
I'm in on that
anyone's
one,
good.
too.
Yeah.
And then you guys have the.
He does it, and you guys have to take 6 cumulative shots.
You guys have the over. Yeah, you have the over in there has to be 48.5, right? Is that what you said?
Yes. So I have the under. Let's do 47.5 because he said 48. So if he gets 48, he wins.
Okay.
If it's less than 48, I win.
Gotcha. All right. So we have that next week. We'll obviously be then recapping week 3, previewing week 4, giving out the weekly awards. Thanks for listening to our episode of 10K TV, presented by 10,000 Takes. Go to their website at 10ktakesmn.com. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Threads. If you just search 10K Takes, you can also find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook at Status Skull 10K, or just searching Status Skull. We post links to the episode each week, as well as clips from the episode, highlights, reactions, memes, news for the Vikings, Packers, Bears, as well as the NFC North, because that is primarily what we focus on. But, of course, if it's big enough, we will touch on it if it's in the NFL in general. We are 2 weeks in, just about. There's Monday night games still happening, but, for our teams, we're 2 weeks in.
Yep.
And the picture is still fuzzy.
Solidifying.
It's still fuzzy, but it's getting there's some wrinkles being smoothed out. So we'll see how that goes. I've been your host, Adam Oz, joined always by my co-host Kevin Olm, who of course supports the Packers. Producer Dustin Luco, who supports the Bears, and that leaves one more team. That is the Vikings for me. So I'm still going to be riding with them, even in the Carson Wentz era for the next 2 to 4 weeks. We'll find out how that goes. It's going to be a ride. It's going to be interesting. Shout out Marlo over on the keys. Really appreciate it because we are not very smart with technology, especially with all this
Computer's
stuff. So
scary.
thank God we can press a button, but then if there's like we're in the new studio.
If a window pops up and says something's wrong, it's over. I just go home.
I don't know what to do. So, Kevin, final words.
Carson Wentz.